But today we're going to be processing some chickens. I have this guy right here that I used to process chickens in the past. We're going to be building something like this. Now, one thing that I don't like about this setup is it's so low. In order to cut, I have to bend down to cut. So we're going to do this up higher so that I can be more in a standing position when I am cutting the necks of the birds to process. So let me go ahead and show you a quick and easy way. Cost about $20 worth of lumber, and we're going to go ahead and build a new restricting cone stand. Check it out. So I built this using 2x4s. So 6 2x4s, it's 2x4 by 96 inches. You're gonna make a couple different cuts, 2 at 6 feet, 2 at 4 feet, and 2 6 inches shorter than you. So I had 2 cuts at 5 foot 6 inches. So if you're 5 foot, make them at 4 foot 6 inches. So I'm basically just screwing the smallest pieces onto the medium piece, making a T. I realized when I was doing this that my bit was actually bad. So I had to switch out. You can see the 2 different ones. The one on the left there is the bad one. So I just had to switch those out real quick. But you can see we are making a T. So we're going to do it on both sides. Now I did use the tape measure just to kind of get a general idea of the center. So that was about 2 feet because my smaller pieces are 4 foot. These are the legs. But just screw those in, set them up. Now going up and down, that's the 5 foot 6 inches. The 6 foot board is going to go all the way across. I do like to pre-drill some screws in just because whenever I'm screwing in horizontally or vertically, plumb, whatever it may be, I like to make sure those screws are already pre-drilled. I tried it when it was standing up. It was a little bit difficult, so I did lay it down, just kind of arranging it here. You can actually measure out to see exactly how far you need to put it out, but I just do it by sight. And then I'm also going to be putting a crossbar in between. Now with this one, I did it 2 feet because the kill cones, the restraining cones that I got from Yardbird are about 2 feet. So this way I can screw one thing into the top and one thing into the bottom. And now that this is put together, it's a little bit wobbly. So I want to do some extra strength. So my 2 foot cutoff pieces that I had from when I did it before, I'm just going to do those at a diagonal, give it a little bit extra strength. So once those are screwed in, it's time to go ahead and move this out. Let's go. All right, so I cleared the area. You can see the old cone stand on the right-hand side next to my burn barrel behind the scalding pot right there. But I'm just going to set this guy down. Of course, be safe when you're doing it. Don't hurt your back. And try and make sure it's fairly level. So these are some cones that I got from another farm. I actually ended up getting them for free, so it was a great deal. But screwing these guys in, and then those are the restraining cones that I have, the 2 foot ones. So you can see I do have a little bit of an issue here. So when I put this up, I moved these down. They're 24 inches because I knew that my restricting cones, the adjustable ones, were 24 inches. Didn't think about these ones being apparently like 22. So we're just going to put a bar in the back. Make sure you measure your cones so that you don't have to deal with this, but it's also not that big of a deal. So I said 6 boards. Obviously, I'm using 7 here. I had another board laying around. I'm just going to put that up a little bit higher, give it that stability so that the cones aren't flopping around when I put a bird inside of it. I like having a bar down a little bit lower like this because, one, if I do any classes or anything like that, I can always move this down for smaller people. I can also teach my kids. But when it comes to blood collection, you can hook these buckets just like this to collect the blood. If you want to do buckets, literally just drill some screws and then hang a bucket. There you go. Make sure you like, follow, and subscribe, and share it with some of your friends too. Enjoy homesteading.